Hey everyone, it's Janelle from the Career Development Center. I'm very sorry about last evening's Zoom glitch. We had that very bad storm that rolled through. So my apologies that you weren't able to spend some time last night talking about your journey career assessment, but I wanted to send you a very quick video today, just giving you a little bit of the information that I would have shared with you in a very condensed version. So I want you to get those Holland codes that you shared with me back out. And I want you to take a look at the screen here I'm going to share with you. This is part of a very long PowerPoint, not a long PowerPoint, but a PowerPoint that I was going to share with you last night. I want to go through the Holland code that you put in the chat and just make sure that you have an understanding of what it is and how you can use it. Also attached to this email is the PDF booklet that I'm going to show you next. But for right now, let's take some time to go around this loop and talk about each of the codes. So this is your, actually, I'm going to go back one slide. This is your Holland code, and this assessment was based off of the work of Dr. John Holland, and his theory of work stated that people who choose to work in an environment similar to their personality tend to be more successful and more satisfied. So we want to give you that Holland code. And then at the end, the packet that I'm going to show you has the work environments and the KU majors that correspond to your code. And it can give you some ideas. It's not going to tell you what exact major to choose, but it's at least going to give you a starting point. So let's look over these different codes. So let's start at the top with C. So if you have C in your code at any point in time, you are an organizer. You might not like to organize a space, and that's okay. But the way you think through things is very organized. You like to organize your thoughts, you like to organize your data, or you might like to organize your space. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're an organizer of your items. It could be an organizer of your thoughts as well. So going down is realistic. The R persons here, those are the doers. They want to get their hands dirty. They want to get hands-on. They want part of the project from the beginning to the end. A lot of art students are realistic. A lot of persons who are in trades are realistic, but there's many campus majors as well that have that doer in them. And it really comes down to you like to be hands-on. So then going on to investigative, those are our scientific problem solvers. Now, don't think you have to be a science person. You can be, but you don't have to be. Those are the persons, and you are the persons who have eyes in your code, who like to think through problems from beginning to end. You're not rational, irrational, you're decision makers. You typically take your time to solve a problem, to make a decision. You think through things maybe before acting. A lot of those students can come across as science majors or any other major, really. I mean, really, we need to slow down when we're making choices and go through a problem-solving effort to get to the final fact. The very bottom is artistic, and this one is really common within exploratory study students. A for artistic does not mean that you have to be a creator of art. It doesn't mean that you have to like to paint, you have to draw. What it means is that you are a creative communicator. You're creative in the way you think, you're creative in the way you convey information. And frankly, people may have said to you, wow, you really think outside of the box. Now, on the flip side of that, you might be an artist. And that's fine if A came out for you and you're like, well, Janelle, I am an artist. It's fine. That's why, it's kind of for both. So that one's very popular. The most popular one for exploratory study students is this next one, S, of social, being a helper. People will come into my office and they'll say, Janelle, I know I want to be a helper, but I'm not really sure how to be a helper or what way to help people. So then that's where we start having that conversation. So social doesn't necessarily mean that you're outgoing, that you're life of the party. It's more meaning that you want to help people. The next area is enterprising. You might think business. And that's true, yes, but it's also a persuader. People have to persuade others to buy a product, obviously for advertising and for business. You have to be a persuader to be a teacher, to want to persuade students to learn a subject. Criminal justice can be persuaders because you have to make them follow the law. So persuaders is more about um, affecting other people in the way that they think, for good or bad, I guess. So those are your codes. And the next piece of this is for you to start doing some exploration. No one is asking you to choose your major right now here at Kutztown. That's not what we believe in. We need you to start doing some exploration by taking classes, joining clubs and organizations to figure out if you like it, if you don't like it, having some conversation with upperclassmen, with your faculty, about what you might like to do. Obviously, we here in the Career Development Center are always here to help you with those decisions and to basically sit down and have a conversation. We're doing Zoom or, we're doing online appointments right now, where we can sit and chat about your individual situation, what you're thinking about, what you're not thinking about. Let's start weighing things out. But I don't want you to do that right now. What I need you to do in the last week or so before the semester begins is to start exploring occupations and careers that correspond to your Holland code, and then the majors here at Kutztown that correspond to your code. So as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I want to share with you a small package, or packet, I guess I should say, that we have created for exploratory studies. And if we would have seen you at orientation in person, we would have given this to you. So you can open this up from your email address that this was sent to you, and you can just scroll down there. Hey, there's those Holland's career models. But what I want to show you are these next couple pages where we break down different occupations into the different Holland codes. Investigative, realistic was first, artistic, all of those different things. So my suggestion to you is to go through and cross off the ones that you're like, absolutely not, Janelle. I know for myself, there's no way I would ever be a good aerospace engineer. Cross that off. And maybe put a star beside the ones that you're like, oh, I need to do a little bit more research about that, or I never thought about that one before. That sounds interesting. And then we definitely want you to look at what Kutztown majors have those different Holland codes. So we've taken all of the Kutztown majors and minors and broken it down by the different codes, the different themes. And again, I want you to go through and I want you to be like, oh, I never thought about that. I am social. I've really never thought about bioethics or oh, no, I'm not going to be good at that. And that's okay. When you come to talk to us at the Career Development Center, I need you to bring some of this information with you because we need a starting point. We are not mind readers. I can't jump into your head, but we need something to start with as we go forward through this process of choosing your major. So yes, you'll meet with Dr. Ferris to get your spring schedule started, and she'll start talking about career with you. Did you think about a major? But I want to meet with you as well to do that. So my small request for you is if you can email me your 3-letter code again, I would really appreciate that. We had, again, that technical glitch last night didn't allow me to save the chat. So if you can email that to henry@kutztown.edu, we would really appreciate it. Don't worry, I've already been able to verify attendance of last evening, but otherwise we'll go from there. I hope you all have a great rest of your summer and we'll see you on campus soon. Bye-bye.